Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Miss B. Update you guys. I'm here in Wisconsin. Not really sure. I think it's Madison or Glendale area. And for those of you who have been to Wisconsin, know pretty much how the weather is here, and it's so peaceful. It's relaxing. It's almost like on the outskirts of the inner city, but just here on a conference and also making it a all in one uh all in one vacation at the same time. But I wanted to come to you guys and give you guys an update. Oh, it's not much lighting. The lighting is bad in this room here. But I want to give you guys an update basically on my weight loss journey and what I have been doing and what my weight is and everything. Now, to be honest with you guys, I really don't know what my current weight is, but my last weight was, I want to say it was 371. And I did go back to the doctor because I had to get another B12 shot before I left to come to Wisconsin. And so I did go by the doctor's office and got that shot before I left. Now, the updated part that I wanted to talk to you guys is about I did go to the doctor to not before I left, but it was like on last week, and I was able to get on birth control. And they finally gave me a method which I'm trying the patch. So my gynecologist told me that I had a choice between the NuvaRing and the patch. So I didn't choose the NuvaRing basically because it was something that I had to insert within myself, and you have to leave it there for 3 weeks and then take it out. That whole week in order to have a cycle, and then replace it and put another one in, and I didn't want to do that, because like my sister-in-law, well, no, it wasn't my sister-in-law, it was another friend of mine was saying, well, you just had surgery and you don't want any type of infections or anything to pop up, because your body's still healing. And in so many ways, I was like, that makes sense. I hadn't even thought about that in that particular manner. I thought about infections and stuff like that, but I really didn't wasn't thinking like, okay, well, I'm still healing, and body having to try to fight this off and heal from this and heal from that. So they made a good point with that. The other thing is I did, like I said, I got the patch and I placed it. It's almost like a smoking patch that you place on your body and you wear it once per week. You take it off and then you get another patch and you place it on another part of your body, but you can't place it in the same spot. You have to put it in a different spot each time. And so far, you guys, so good. I haven't had I don't think I've had any type of drawbacks, setbacks, any type of other things that come from, wearing this patch. Now, I did get sick. Once I got here to Wisconsin, I was, oh my goodness, like as soon as I got in the room, like my stomach just, well, on the road, my stomach was hurting. Well, I considered that it was a hurt because it felt like pins and needles. And I don't know if any of you guys who have had the RNY surgery or gastric bypass, or even any of you who've had the sleeve, have you ever had a feeling where it around your belly button area or the sides where they had the incision? Did you ever feel anything like pins and needles, like a pinching sensation? And to be honest, I really didn't eat anything. I was too scared to really eat anything on the road traveling because this was my first time really just going out of town on a long distance trip like that. And I didn't want to be gassed up. I didn't want to be just bloated. I didn't want to be miserable. I didn't know if I was going to have to dump. I just didn't want to go through that, unless I got somewhere and got comfortable, for a few days and then, deal with that situation. But to be on the road and you're riding with people, you just don't want to get in a place to where you got to stop and have to go to the bathroom or have to throw up or whatever. And I was feeling a little nauseated too, so I did take Powerade with me, and I was sipping on that. And I did eat some grapes. I bought some grapes at the at one of the stores that we stopped at, and I chewed a little bit on those. But once I got to Wisconsin, like I said, oh my God, I was sick. It was like TMI, you guys, I had the dumping syndrome. Like, it was just kind of like back to back. Like, my stomach was nervous. I had to keep going back to the bathroom, even to the point to where I just wanted to throw up. I hadn't had any protein, and that might have been what it was. I was telling my mom that probably what it was, and she was saying the same thing, that you haven't had any type of protein, for that whole day, being on the road, and you probably just protein deficient. You need your protein. So for any of you guys that have had that happen to you, or you had this pinching feeling, of pins and needles or something, please comment. Please let me know, or just send me a message so that I know what's going on. Which I'm gonna still call my nurse and doctor, to see what's going on, because I don't want it to be something, bad that I'm overlooking, because I'm trying to stay more positive than normally I am. But I just want to be better safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's pretty much the only thing that has pretty much happened. So that's why I say I don't know if that was pertaining to this patch that I've been wearing, but I feel like it can't be that. It has to be pretty much, like I said, I didn't have any meat or protein or anything like that. So I'm not contributing that to this birth control patch. And ladies, like I said, the birth control patch for me is working pretty good. And then when I say working, I mean staying on, because I got, even though I shower and and everything, and get in a tub, like I actually had the water super hot, and actually overfilled my tub, once I got in, because the water, came up much higher. And so therefore, with me being in that tub, as long as I stayed, like that patch stayed on. Now once I got out the tub and started drying off a little bit, I could tell like it wanted to kind of peel off a little bit with the adhesive. But once I just kind of rubbed it back down on me, it actually stayed. So that I'm giving it a thumbs up, because normally anything, just a bandage or whatever, it's gonna come out. What else was I gonna say? I think right now my main focus, excuse me, is trying to be able to find other foods to eat, that I can eat, that I can, keep down, that my body can digest without it turning into carbs, without it turning into sugars, without it turning into fat. I want to be able to eat more than just salad, more than just a little chicken here, more than just a little fish. And that's kind of what I had the day of. I had some codfish, and they had some walleye, and they had perch. But I tried the walleye, and it was fried. But instead of eating the skin, I just basically, because the meat on the inside was like bucky, where you could just basically pick it up with your finger and just eat it. It was just pure white meat, no. So I ate that and tried that. I kind of liked the taste to it. I added some ketchup to it, to give it some taste, because it was kind of bland. Um, the baked codfish was okay. It was just a little bit too rubbery. It had gotten dry. So what I did was sprinkle some lemon, squeeze some lemon juice on it, and that kind of spiced it up a little bit. But I didn't eat much of that because it was just too much chewing and rubbery, and I needed something that was going to, be able to chew up and digest fine. I didn't need any more bad things happening. Um, so, you guys, I will come back and I will talk to you more on the Wisconsin trip. All right. Thank you.